Hey there, everyone. It's Miss Shaquin. Today I'm going to show you how to make a little snowy owl drawing that you can use for original works. Or if you're a sub, do with a sub, whatever you happen to be doing. So go ahead and grab your piece of paper. You will need a pencil and some coloring supplies. Okay, here's a little closer look at our owl. As in the other videos, if you've seen those, for original works in particular, I would recommend doing a frame around your paper, just because when things are printed onto, a mug or an apron or a computer mouse, whatever it is, it's kind of nice to just have that very clear edge and outline for your work, which having a frame will do. If you are really opposed to it, of course, you don't have to. This is your artwork. Now you can keep the corners of your work. I use them to do little feathers since that ties in and it creates some unity with the center. You can also erase it and just do more of a simple frame, totally up to you. Our next step though is to do our owl. Now you can choose to keep yours horizontal like mine, or you can do it vertically. And if you imagine, this would totally fit in with a vertical space. It's up to you. To show you so that you have an idea of both, I'll do this one with my paper vertical, or the tall up and down way. So to start, I need to decide where I want my owl. I want it about the center of my page. So I'm going to do my head just a little above center, since my body will go below that. I'm sketching pretty lightly so that if I need to erase, I won't see any of my marks. So do a circular head, and then for the body, I like to do kind of a U shape. Now they have rather long tail feathers, so I want to save enough room for that. So those are the tail feathers down there. Now this owl is sitting. You can have yours whatever way you want. So I'm going to do some curves around the body. If you were in my 4th or 3rd grade class this year, we did do owls, so you'll be an expert at this. This is just a different kind of owl. For the feet, the easiest way that I know how to do it and to explain it is to do 2 capital letter M's. So I'm going to save a little bit of space, but then I'll do 1 capital letter M, 2 capital letter M, and I'll curve up towards the body, and you can make the talons or whatever a little sharper if you want, totally up to you. For the face, they have pretty big circle eyes. Now you can make it realistic. You can do more cartoonish. Just try and make it symmetrical though, or the same on both sides. And then they kind of have these beaks. I do a V shape, but a little curved. And then they have lots of little tiny fur around their beaks. Now again, you can choose however you do it. When I do my eyes, I like to do kind of a crescent or like a crescent moon shape so that I have a reflection in it, because eyes are shiny and they have reflections. And snowy owls, they have beautiful yellow eyes with like a black outline. I'll try and pull up a picture for you in a bit. And then they will have some kind of, they kind of have little spotted lined fur that'll go there, but you can add more details later. You can also have eyebrows, make everything further out, totally modify it to how you want. But your owl needs to be sitting on something. So you can do a branch. Now when you do your branch, if I were to do it like this, it's floating in the middle of space, right? My branch isn't attached to a tree. So you're going to want to bring it off the edge of the paper. And you can even bring it off the edge of the paper both ways. But if you do that, I would make sure to have one of the edges get smaller so you kind of know where the end is, and then one side be a little bit larger so that you know where it's going to go and connect with the tree. Again, if you have a better idea or a different idea, feel free to do that. I'm going to I forgot the tail feathers, friends. I thought it looked a little different. I'm going to, if you imagine one diagonal line to the right, one diagonal line to the left, and then I'm just going to kind of do a curve and bring it up. I want them all about the same size. So I'll be careful to do that, just lightly sketch it in. Might be bigger, might be smaller, whatever you think looks best. Then I'm going to add some more branches in the background, just to fill in the space. You could have a scene in the background. Maybe you want a horizon line. So remember, that's where the sky and the ground meets. And then you could do maybe some pine trees. You can do triangles for those to keep it simple. In my landscape video, I showed you how you can do kind of a triangle with a wavy edge, lines down, diagonal lines down, wavy edge. Whatever you want. Since it's a snowy owl though, I want it to look nice and wintry, and pine trees look beautiful in the winter. Okay. And you can always add some texture to your branch. I might do that when I add color. Now for this one, I did a lot of these kind of swirly lines in the background to create movement, almost like Van Gogh's Starry Night. So I did mine with crayon and I filled it in with colored pencil and made sure to add lots of snow on top. How you choose to color yours in is up to you. For the owl though, if you are doing a snowy owl, like I said, they kind of have the almost like little stripes. So I'll just show you the coloring pattern really quick. But I would also recommend outlining everything just like we do in art class. If you don't have a Sharpie, that's okay. You could use any dark material. For this, I just used crayon, I believe. So I'm just kind of making the random little striped patterns of the owl. And you can experiment with the eyes. Actually, I encourage you to experiment and to see what you like best. You can even do this on a scrap piece of paper. Maybe you want to do more cartoony eyes and make them really big. Making that crescent reflection shape. So it looks much more cartoony that way, but has a different feel. All right, so think about how you want yours, and then you will outline and color it in with whatever color you like. Before I leave you though, I wanted to show you a different way you could make the owl. So I'm going to flip over to the back and I'm going to show you this sitting owl. It's like a side angle owl. So how I might do that is if you imagine a circle for the head and then another same circle for the body, but it's kind of off to the side. And so this is still just a circle shape. And then I'm going to connect them. And you might make it go down a little bit, almost like a jelly bean. And then you'll want to add a wing. So I'm going to go from this top edge of the circle, and I'm going to bring my wing down. And I'm sketching lightly so I can erase any lines that I need to. So I start with my jelly bean by getting those two circles and connecting them. And then you'll want to add some of those long tail feathers behind it. So I have this, I'm gonna just add some like half ovals, the tail feathers. Now they kind of have furry, or not fur, but feathers covering their legs. I'm gonna do some little feather lines. Legs, they kind of have sharp talons, they're predators. I want mine going more out like that. But I do usually do 3. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and up. A little beak. You can even do more of a diamond shape if you want, and then they have those little feathers. Then the eyes. So the eyes are ringed in black. They have gold and then the pupil. Make sure you get that reflection. So you could do an owl like that. You could do an owl that's flying. So kind of like this one. And to do that, you would do a circle for the head, kind of a U shape for the body, like the first one. But then you'll do 2 curves out for the wings. And I'm going to curve it back in and then do add some feathers along the edge to do that. I might do some bumpy lines. And then once you're done with that, you would add your tail feathers, 2 diagonal lines out. And then you're just going to kind of fill it in. And you'll need your legs so you can do the little feathers. Maybe, you could have it holding something. So I'll have it curved. 1, 2, 3, and then it might have something underneath. 1, 2, 3. Maybe you could do like a little mouse, or it could be more friendly than that, and you could have it holding like a scarf or something wintry, a stocking. You could even write something. Ooh, that would be cool if you had like a ribbon and then you wrote something on the ribbon. So lots of options for you. Yeah, make sure if you do a frame, fill it in, just fill in your space with color. So that is how to do, well, one way to do a snowy owl. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to email me, shaquin.madison@iowacitysschools.org, or you can post a seesaw or just ask me about it in class. So I hope you enjoy. Oh, and sorry, before I go, I wanted to share some owl pictures with you, just to give you an idea. So if you check out the eyes here, they are, you have the little reflection, the black outlined in gold. Those are the fluffy feathers around the nose, and then you can kind of see the stripy black, and they have those pretty sharp black kind of claws. So think about those when you're doing your owl, but that is all I got. Have fun.